It's all about your daily habits. If you have powerful atomic habits, atomic as in those tiny habits that you do on a daily basis, they will compound and you will inevitably be successful. On the other hand, if you have weak scrub habits where you're watching porn all the time, you're beating off, depleting yourself, you are eating junk food, not hitting the gym, these will also compound in a negative fashion. So I think it's very essential when it comes to actually meeting milestones in your career, in the gym, with the ladies, and whatever endeavor that you're pursuing, you want to make sure that you're tracking your habits and you're actually stacking those fucking wins every single day. And the best way to do that is with a habit tracker. A habit tracker will ensure that you're actually being consistent with your daily habits. There's actually a science, an art, if you will, to making a highly effective habit tracker. So let's go ahead and pull up the whiteboard so we can break this down. Let's go ahead and unpack why it's very important to have a habit tracker to knock out your goals. So pulling up the whiteboard. There's two books that I came across that are very powerful. I highly recommend everyone to read these books. And they are Atomic Habits by James Clear and The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. These are probably some of the most powerful books because they break down why it's very important to have those strong habits. They will compound and they will eventually get you to the goal that you are trying to accomplish. So there's a really good quote that I like in Atomic Habits where the author says that all big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. Tiny. But as that decision is repeated, a habit sprouts and grows stronger. Roots entrench themselves and branches grow. The task of breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a powerful oak within us, and the task of building a good habit is like cultivating a delicate flower one day at a time. So what I really like about this quote is that he's breaking down that there is such thing as good habits and bad habits. And identifying what are the good habits and identifying the bad habits in your routine is essential to have that self-awareness whenever you are building your habit tracker. That's why it's important to have a habit tracker so you can see where you are most strong at, where are your strengths, and also where are your weaknesses. So the scrub, he has weak habits. He doesn't train, he doesn't read, he doesn't study. He's not developing high-level skills, high-paying skills that will level up his career. He's not talking to women. He's not making cold approaches. He's staying in his introverted shell. He's not getting out there out of his comfort zone. And the high-level performer, on the other hand, he hits the gym consistently. He's building on his career. He's getting certifications. If he's in STEM, he is maximizing his appearance. He's actually putting in the work into his self-image so he can keep leveling up as a high-level performer. So this, I completely understand that because I used to be on the scrub side, especially back in high school. Back in high school, like, man, I was smoking weed. Every now and then I was skipping school. Even though I did very well in school, there were some times that I was skipping school. I had very bad habits, especially with my diet. I think my diet was complete trash when I was in high school because, I grew up in a Mexican-American household and, bro, we had some good food, man. We had the tacos, tamales, and it was, I miss that. I miss those times, but I'm just glad that now I'm more self-aware as I've matured more as a man. And I understand that diet is very important. for productivity and actually being successful. So I've been there, man. I've been that scrub that has shitty habits. But once I started implementing this habit tracker, it really helped me identify where I needed to improve and also where were my strengths. Like, I had some strengths that I wasn't fully aware of until I started tracking my habits. And this has helped me double down on my strengths and also improve on my weaknesses. So in the book, The Compound Effect, there's a great graph that I like here where he mentions that a few high leverage disciplines practiced every day will compound eventually. So in the beginning, whatever activity you're doing, let's say you're hitting the gym, in the first week, man, you're not going to see any results. You're going to feel better for sure. You're mentally going to feel better. Physically, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to rest more efficiently because you're tired. You're going to have a clearer mind because you're releasing endorphins from the workout. But you're not going to see much physical results. You're not going to see that six-pack or muscles in that first week. Now, let's say you do it for another month. Then you're going to see more results. Third month, it's going to keep stacking. And then around that 6-month mark, that's where you're going to take off. And it's the same thing with anything else in your career. The first couple of weeks, maybe potentially even the first couple of months, you might not see much results, but eventually it's going to compound and it's going to take off. It's kind of like a jet. The more at the beginning, when the jet is about to take off, in the beginning, that's when it's releasing the most jet fuel. It's the hardest part of the journey for the jet. Once it gets off that runway and it takes off and is actually in the air, it's just gliding at that point. But the hardest part is the beginning. So I really like this graph because he kind of breaks down the trajectory that you should expect whenever you're trying to accomplish any endeavor. In the beginning, you're going to meet some resistance, but eventually you will take off. And the goal is to get to that point where you're gliding now. It makes it easy. And if you don't, let's say you don't hit the gym a certain day, you feel awkward. You feel like it's not, that's not part of who you are. So the key benefits of having a habit tracker is that it's going to develop consistency, discipline, motivation, and most important, results. If you, like I said, if you focus on every single day, don't focus on a week from now, don't focus on 2 weeks from now, but if you focus on the day in, day out, hustle, the grind, you will see results. Inevitably, you will see results. And that habit tracker is going to be a great way to identify where you're fucking up on. So let's say you skip the gym 2 days out of the week, you're going to see exactly when it happened, why did it happen. You can analyze why it happened, and then you can jump back on track. So let's go ahead and pull up the habit tracker now so you can see how to build your own habit tracker. If you're interested in this habit tracker, drop down a comment and let me know, and I can send it to you. I might do like a shareable link where you can download it for yourself, or you can just build it on your end. Whatever works best for you. But let's go ahead and pull it up. So where are we? Go back to Streamyard. Let's go ahead and kill this screen and pull up the habit tracker. So we'll do the second window. All right, so this is a good way to build your habit tracker. Make sure that we're sharing screen. Yep. All right, so I have a habit tracker very similar to this. This is like a blank one. Like I mentioned, if you would like a copy of this, drop down a comment and I'll make sure to provide the link, a shareable link where you can use it as well. But here you can see we have it broken down by month, date, and day. January 1st, 2024, Monday. Brain dump. So a brain dump is like, it takes like 2 to maybe even 5 minutes where you just dump everything that you have to accomplish for the day. So here, what you could do is you can do 1, need to work out, hit legs. 2, make videos. 3, code website. Just as a quick example, I'll go ahead and do wrapping so the text doesn't overflow. Wrap. So that's just a good way to get your ideas out. Whatever you need to accomplish, you can do that there with that brain dump. So then we jump into the actual activities. So here on the left-hand side, I added a couple of activities that I've done in the past, something that's adds work for me for my daily schedule. So in the morning, wake up, pop into Audible, start listening to a new book, freshen up, meaning brush my teeth, wash my face, all that good stuff. Then read a book, video script, stream, publish, thumbnail and SEO, product development, shave, group, shower, stretch, Audible. And then after that, get mind right, jump into visualizations, gratitude, prayers, affirmations, personal compliments, same thing as affirmations, breath work, meditation, and then workday, skill level up, focus on project management certification. These are all just examples. Gong, sales calls, IT certification, study, e-discovery, law, whatever your career is. This is when I was working in e-discovery. So you can add whatever works best for you here, and then you can add the rest of your day. So stretch, Audible, lift, cardio, boxing, record. So as you write down your activities here on the left-hand side, as you get to that specific day, so let's say this was Monday, January 1st, as you knock it off, just add an X there. And let me go ahead and center this to make it more visual. So just add an X every time you knock out one of those activities. X, 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 X. So at the end of the day, the compound effect talks a lot about this point, but highlight everything that you've accomplished. And then if you miss one of these, let's say you miss meditation, don't add an X and then add a red highlight. So at the end of the day, when you're cashing out, a concept mentioned in the compound effect, where you're reflecting on your day and you're basically doing an audit of what you did right, what you did wrong, there you'll identify that you skipped meditation. So you'll just question, why did you skip it? Did you get busy doing something else? Do you have to make an adjustment on your schedule? This will really help you identify where you are struggling on keeping your habits on track. Your days will progress. Same thing, you go into Tuesday, the next day, just keep tracking your habits. And then towards the end of the week, when you get to Sunday, you can quickly identify why you missed certain activities. So you can say, okay, I'm slacking. I'm not working on my certifications for information technology, for cybersecurity, project management. I'm not hitting the gym 3 to 4 days out of the week. And now you can quickly identify where your weaknesses are, and you can make the necessary adjustments going forward. So this is the power of a habit tracker. And so you can see here, I have this habit tracker for the entire year 2024. And you can also freeze the first column. So if you go to edit or you go to insert, I think it's under, should it be, where is it? There it is, freeze to column 1. So we can scroll all the way down to, say today's date is May 28th. You can go ahead and just scroll down to that date. So May 28th. Here we go. So you can see here, now we're on May 28th, and this is just a great way to just track your habits. I personally like writing down my habits on a piece of paper and putting it on my wall so I can just completely see them. But whenever I start traveling a lot, like this weekend I'm going to Florida, whenever back to the States, your boy's going back to the States, I'm excited, man, because down here in South America, it's difficult to get nicotine, but in the States you can get some Nicorettes so you can focus. I love using Nicorettes just to increase that cognitive function when I'm working. And in Colombia, down here in South America, they don't have it. So yeah, I think you can order it on Amazon, but it takes like 2 months to get here. It takes a couple weeks. But going back to Florida, gonna stack up on that, gonna meet up the boys, gonna have a solid networking event. But whenever I start traveling, I like to use this one here because, you know, I can just pull up my laptop, I can pull up my phone, and I can quickly see the habits that I need to accomplish for that day. And this is just a pretty simple Google Sheets, but what I've kind of realized is that the simpler it is for implementing your habits, the better. You don't need anything fancy. You just need a quick little spreadsheet that allows you to check off whatever you need to accomplish for that day. So let me know if you want a copy of this. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below. But let's go ahead and pull up the whiteboard again so I can quickly show you guys the power of having your habit tracker on point. So, okay, so if you don't track your habits, you're going to lose confidence because you're not going to really identify where you're struggling in. And also, a habit tracker just ensures that your attention and your energy is going to the big items that you have to accomplish for your day, your most important habits for your day. All these social media companies, fucking TikTok, these shorts, Instagram, all they want to do is just drain your attention. These big companies just want to drain all your attention. So fuck all of them because they just want to make sure that the algorithm hits you with that dopamine spike. And it's just very important to be aware of that because if you don't have that habit tracker, your attention will get lost in the process. You have to be very diligent of where your attention is going. And the habit tracker just ensures that your attention and energy is going into the right places. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. A habit tracker is very efficient to ensure that you just are knocking out your goals on a day-to-day basis. You're stacking those fucking wins. And it will just make it inevitable that you're actually reaching your goals. So I hope this is helpful. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Also give us a like. I'll catch you all in the next video. Stay strong, stay relentless, and keep on conquering. You got this. Peace.